Hey, Faithful, welcome to another episode of Voice of a Niner Faithful. This is Jason, your host. Today we'll be talking about the 30-13 victory over the Patriots today. But before we get into that, remember to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with our 49ers. Now let's dig into it. So it was a good bounce back win. We are now 2-2. We're at the 500 mark. We're doing okay. It's still really early in the season. I think this was a good bounce back game. A lot of positives from it, but there's still some things we need to clean up. So let's take a quick gander at our stats for the game. So Brock Purdy, 15 of 27 for 288 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. I'm actually okay with the interception. Yeah, it was an interception, never a good thing. But it was a deep ball. I'm okay with it. All the deep balls that he did today were awesome. I'm happy he did them. I'm happy Shanahan schemed it up. Was awesome. He's not that just normal dink and dunk thing that people want to claim him to be. He can throw the ball. Maybe sure, there's other quarterbacks can throw it deeper, but he did really, really good. Jordan Mason, 24 carries for 123 yards and a touchdown. That's awesome. Another 100-plus yard rushing day for him. He did a few hiccups, though. He did drop the ball twice. I think that first one where it looked like Purdy could have either handed it to him or kept it and did a play-action pass or something. It looked to me anyway that Mason was thinking he wasn't going to get the ball. But plus side, it wasn't a turnover. We kept the ball. Second one, same thing, that we kept the ball, but that was definitely that was all Mason. He needs to not get ahead of himself, but it was still a really good showing for Mason. Juwan Jennings, 3 receptions for 88 yards. He was the lead receiver for our team. Yeah, Ayuk caught a couple passes. Debo, a couple passes. Kittle, a couple passes. It was a good spread around. I'm okay with it. It would have been nice to get Ayuk more involved. We did try. I don't know if this would show the full extent of what Ayuk got, but at least we're slowly getting him back in. He had some good catches. Like I said, good bounce back game all around. 19 first downs, total plays 60, total 431 yards, rushing 148 total, passing 283 total. Would have been nice if we kicked that up above 300, but that's pretty close. I'm okay with it. I like down there it is. Oh, I don't like that. That's 6 penalties for 43 yards. We actually technically should have had more penalties, but a couple of them were declined. I'll go into the penalties in a little bit, but I was actually looking for that number there. They got sacked. The Patriots got sacked by us 6 times. And one of them was a strip sack. It took Bosa quite most of the game to finally get him, but because he was pressuring. Bosa was just in there over and over and over again. But he finally got that strip sack, and he got the ball. Kudos to him. Kudos to the whole defense that got those 6 sacks. They only had 73 rushing yards, but it looked messier to me anyway than anything else. But excuse me. But with that said, only 73 yards, less than 100 yards rushing again from the other team. I think that's a good positive. They had 24 rushing attempts, but the rushing attempts were only 3.0 yards per rush average. Ours were 4.6. I wish we could have gotten, instead of those 2 first field goals. One of those should have been a touchdown. Something else we have to work on is red zone efficiency. But I'm sure they'll concentrate on that in practice, and hopefully we'll have a good game against Arizona next week. Let me transition this back over. So, with all that said, we had some really good ball play today. I would say Jauan Jennings still gets top-notch. It's only 88 yards, but some of those, a couple of those, he only had 3 catches, but they were awesome. The time of possession was about equal, but we did have the 2 turnovers. Like I said, the 1 interception I'm okay with. The other one I wasn't too thrilled with. It was interesting to see how many different people we were trying to get to receive the ball. And the one person that I think would do awesome at it, they didn't try, and that's Jauan Jennings. Why not give Jauan Jennings that opportunity to get more touches by letting him receive? I think he's an awesome catcher. He's an awesome runner. He's a big enough person that he can, and fast enough person that I think he could do an awesome job. But we tried Garendo, we tried Cowing, we threw Juszczyk out back there. Come on, he did okay. I give him some credit, and he knew how to. At the end of that, hey, I'm going to put 2 hands on the ball and make sure it doesn't come out. And of course Debo. But why not give Jauan Jennings a try at that? It can't really hurt anything. But anyway, so that's my little spill on that. Overall, team did really good, like I said. The one thing I didn't like, and I mentioned it before, was the penalties. Yeah, we only had 6 accepted penalties, but there were actually a couple more that they declined. There were a couple of those penalties that really shouldn't have been penalties, but the other ones were, yeah, come on, this is basic stuff that every team has to deal with, about knowing what you're supposed to do before the ball is hiked. It's crazy that some of the more basic things, don't have 2 people moving at the same time. Don't jump before the ball is hiked. It's they need to work on some of the basics. And the other thing is, Brock Purdy was rushed quite a lot. He had a lot of pressure against him. He needs more protection. They need to get better on the offensive line, including Trent Williams. He did okay, but he could have done better for someone that we just gave him a raise. So yeah, the offensive line needs to be better. Not giving Purdy enough time to do what he needs to. Purdy should not have had to do all that scrambling that he did. So during practice this next week, before we hit Arizona, fix the offensive line, find a consistent catcher for kickoffs, and I still would say throw Jauan Jennings in there. Let him try. Put him in there. I think he'd be awesome. At least maybe until somebody else comes back from injury, or maybe we can do Pearsall, see how he does. But try Jauan Jennings. I think it would be awesome. All right, so with that said, all around, it was a good bounce back team win. Yes, there were some things that we need to clean up, but it's nothing horrible. I think we have a really good chance against Arizona next week. I think Brock Purdy is on his game enough, and he's there. Shanahan's letting him throw that deep ball, and that's a positive. But we still need to get back to a little bit more play action pass. It still didn't do enough of that. I think we could have. I think it could have been worked a lot better. But it was still a great win. Kudos to the team. I know there's some other sites like mine, like podcasts and such. They give game balls. So if I were to give a game ball to anybody, it would probably be Jauan Jennings again. It would probably be Fred Warner bit, but I hope I know that they pulled him, and it showed. It showed that they pulled him in the second half with the defense. He was on his feet on the sideline, still fully. He didn't get out of uniform or anything. So I think it was more precautionary that they did that because hey, we're up by this much. Think we can afford to let's be safe. Put them on, let them stay on the sidelines. But it did show because I think our defense would have been even better in the second half had Fred Warner been out there. But Fred Warner gets a game ball. I even think Brock Purdy gets a game ball just because of those deep passes. Oh, Kittle on his touchdown, I think that deserves game ball all by itself. Um, and Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa just pressure, pressure, pressure. Finally got his sack and a strip sack at that. Proud of the team. Awesome job. Work on what needs to get worked on, and we'll be ready for Arizona next week. Now, luckily, Arizona lost. And the Rams lost. And tomorrow, I think the Lions are going to beat the Seahawks. So I think we're going to have a really good shot at being number 2 after tomorrow night. And then after we beat Arizona the following week, I think we'll be number 3. Or not number 3, excuse me, number 1. So let's keep the pressure on these teams. Let's get more excited for the games. Let's get out there and show our support for the team. If any of you would like to ask any questions, comments, let me know. I'll try to answer them on the air. Do some shorts between now and then. I can answer them then. I do need to do one more shout out, but this isn't to somebody on the team. This is to somebody that helped me. If you look above, there, that logo there, that is obviously not my old logo. My old logo was kind of boring. So I want to shout out to Mike Olson because he's the one that did that for me. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. It looks awesome. I really like it. And I believe he said he was going to help me out a little bit more with the surrounding here. And I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try and spread this out a little bit because I have my phone. I'm trying a different route. I'm going with my phone as my camera through the computer. And I'm not going to redo this whole thing just because of this, but next time I'm going to have my phone sideways so it doesn't look like I'm using like a camera, like a phone camera. But otherwise, I hope you all enjoyed the episode. Please, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you are enjoying my new features of all those shorts I've been doing. Um, please like and comment on those as well. And like I said, keep subscribing. Can't hurt. Love to get all these subscribers. Love to get some comments. Any ideas, any input, I can take constructive criticism. So let me know what you think I can do to improve. And I will see you all sometime during the week on some shorts and next week after the game. Go Niners!